Storing your camper van for the winter or for an extended period of time is quick, it's easy, you can do it in a few simple steps, and a lot of it can be done from the control panels right here. We're going to start with the one on your left for your Truma Combi. Winterizing your Truma Combi can be done in a few easy steps. First, turn the furnace off using the control panel. It's going to take a few minutes before the furnace is completely shut down, and you need to give it a chance to cool off. This way you won't burn yourself when you drain the water. While that's cooling off, go outside and turn off the propane at the tank. You can also shut off the gas supply by flipping this switch located on the unit. This controls the 12 volts to the gas valve. Once the furnace is completely shut down, turn off the furnace's electrical power supply. If you're connected to city water, disconnect it. Now walk through your camper van and turn on all the water faucets, hot and cold. Once the furnace cools down, you need to open the Combi water valve to let the water drain. It's this yellow lever. Flip it 90 degrees to the open position. The location of the water valve will vary by floor plan. Remember, you can always find the schematics for your specific coach on the Thor Motor Coach Owner's Resource page. So go grab a bucket or something else to collect the water in and place it under your low point drain. Turn the valve and drain the water out. What you need to do now is see how much water you've collected. You need to be sure you get a minimum of 2.64 gallons of water in the bucket to make sure the Truma is completely drained. Otherwise, you run the risk of frost damage in the unit. Once the proper amount of water is drained, your Truma is now winterized. So now that our plumbing and our furnace are all set for storage, we're going to move to the next two gauges that take care of the lithium batteries in our reliable power pack. So it's time to put your camper van up for the winter. Storing your reliable power pack can be quick and easy. And this is what you're going to want to do if you plan on not using your camper van for more than 3 months. The easiest way to do this is plug in your shore cord. This powers the van's built-in battery charger. If you have power nearby, get yourself a 30 amp to 15 amp adapter cord to maintain the charge in your batteries. You don't want any overloads, you don't want to trip any breakers, so let's change the ACN from 30 amps to 15 amps on your Master Volt Smart Remote Display control panel. Tap the button on the bottom left. A 30 is going to pop up in the lower right. Use the buttons below to change that from 30 amps to 15. Now head to your fuse box inside your camper van and turn off the main AC breaker. At the door, turn off your battery disconnect switch. Now connect the plug to an outlet, and that's it. Your reliable power pack is going to be ready when you need it. When it comes to charging the batteries in the reliable power pack, you have two options. You can plug into shore power, or you can go ahead and start the engine in your camper van. Now, if you don't have the luxury of staying plugged in, no problem. The first step is to charge your batteries. It's recommended to bring them up to 100% state of charge, and you can bring that charge up by starting the engine and letting it run. Taking a drive to bring those RPMs up is going to be quicker. Once you've hit that 100%, turn off the engine, and now the battery disconnect switch. That's it, you're good for a while. It's recommended you check on the batteries every 3 months and bring that charge back up to 100%. To get these Rely-On batteries charged up, you have a few options: plugging into shore power or running the engine. If you forget to check on the batteries and they drop below 10 volts or the state of charge is somewhere between 0 and 10%, they may enter sleep mode, so you're going to need to wake them up. If equipped, you may need to press and hold the emergency start button for 10 to 15 seconds. You can also connect to shore power. If you are plugging in, remember to set the AC limit on your display to the proper amperage. So let's just pretend it's not winter right now and you are ready to break your van out of storage and get back on the road. Just remember, on your smart remote, you want to set your ACN back from 15 to 30 amps. If your camper van is equipped with a gas generator, the first thing you're going to want to do is fill your fuel tank and then add a fuel stabilizer, and make sure you follow the directions on the back of the bottle. Using either Rapid Camp Plus or the start button on the generator, fire it up and run it for about 10 minutes at approximately half rated power. So in the case of this 2800 watt generator, you want to be pulling about 1400 watts. What this is going to do is fill the fuel lines with that fresh from the pump gas and the stabilizer you just put in the tank. When the generator cools down, you'll need to change the engine oil. Start by removing the plastic cover over the drain plug. Using a 9/16 socket, remove the bolt and drain out the old oil. Replace the plug and using a torque wrench, tighten to 177 inch-pounds or 14.75 foot-pounds. Take out the yellow dipstick, refill the oil, and check for the proper level. Now replace the plastic cover. For this next step, you need access to the carburetor. So remove the air filter by pressing in the 2 plastic tabs and sliding the air filter out. Start the generator. While it is running, spray an engine fogger into the carburetor. This is going to leave a protective coat of oil on all the internal surfaces of the engine. Now stop the generator. Once the exhaust is cool, find something to plug the pipe to keep out critters, dirt, and moisture. Finally, turn off the main AC circuit breaker at the panel. Now with your plumbing and your electrical all winterized, maybe you want to go in and hibernate as well. If you'd like to take a deeper dive into winterizing your van, you'll find all the information on the owner's resource page at thormotorcoach.com.